Hi everyone, and welcome to Planted in the South. My name is Chelsea, and I created this page for others like me who love eating our typical Southern meals that we grew up on, eating from our moms and our grandmas and everybody else that fed us, but maybe taking a little bit more of a plant-based approach to those. And so in typical Southern cuisine, our animal protein is the star of the show. So we decide our animal protein, and then we decide everything else around that. So maybe we change that up a little bit, and we still have our protein be the star of our show, but have that be some type of plant-based protein. Maybe a tofu, maybe a seitan, maybe some type of soy-based product, beans, lentils, all those great things that can be great replacements for that animal protein, maybe a little bit healthier for us, but still give us the same great flavors that we love with our animal proteins. So with this, it's just experimenting. So most of the things that I make on here, I'm going to be making for the first time myself. So we're really just learning together, and as I'm making it, I'll say, oh, that looks really good, or maybe that doesn't look really good, and then we'll do an honest review at the end. So like, yeah, this is a great option, this is a great replacement. It could pass for an animal protein, or maybe it's a great option, a great replacement. You're not going to fool anyone with it, but it's still really great. So if you have someone that is willing to try and be a little bit more adventurous, yeah, give them a lentil instead of ground beef. Give them a tofu instead of a salmon. Something along those lines, and it might be just a little bit healthier. And another thing that I found doing this is that the plant-based proteins are a lot more budget friendly than the animal proteins, especially today. I don't know about anyone else's, but my grocery bill has definitely doubled every week. And I am not an over-the-top shopper. It's two of us in our household, so we do not go out and buy the most expensive, best prime rib every week. We are buying the normal ground beef, chicken breast, chicken thighs, things like that, and the prices are just really expensive. So this is another reason why we were looking at this, to say, hey, how can we cut down a little bit on our grocery bill? And plant-based proteins are definitely significantly cheaper than the animal proteins, and they cook faster. So I'll be doing quite a few, like 30-minute or less meals after I get home from work, so we can have food on the table in 30 minutes or so, and there'll be a great plant-based option. And we always have leftovers, and we always use what we have on hand, and most of what we have is going to come from Walmart, Cash Saver, so that's like a Piggly Wiggly, those types of grocery stores, or Brookshire's, which is Brookshire, Save-A-Lot, all that. So we don't have fancy grocery stores. We're not going to have fancy ingredients. We're going to have what you can get at the very basic grocery stores, and we're going to use that, and we're going to use all of it because we don't have food waste. And most of the stuff, if we do have leftovers, it's going in the freezer, and you're going to eat it again at some point, and you're going to like it. Really excited to have you all here. Follow us on this journey to trying to eat more plant-based and use our typical Southern recipes and turn those plant-based, and then maybe share them with your friends and family.